9 sensors that are currently killing your fuel economy. Ever feel like your fuel tank is draining faster than your patience? You fill up on Monday, and by Thursday, it's already looking like you've been siphoning it into someone else's car. And you're sitting there wondering, is it me? Is it my driving? Is the gas station skimming a little off the top? The truth is, sometimes it's not your right foot or even gas prices that are robbing you. It's your own car, quietly wasting fuel because it's getting bad information. And the source of that bad information? Sensors. Yep, those little electronic messengers under your hood. They talk to your car's brain, the ECU, constantly feeding it data so the engine can adjust fuel delivery, ignition timing, and a dozen other variables on the fly. When they're accurate, your engine hums along efficiently. But when they start lying, even a little, and your car can end up running richer, shifting at the wrong times, or idling rough, all of which make your fuel economy drop like a stone. And here's the kicker. Most of the time, you won't even get a warning light until the problem's already been costing you money for weeks. Today, we're going to talk about 9 sensors that, when faulty, can quietly kill your fuel economy. I'm going to explain how each one works, what happens when it goes wrong, and what signs you can look for before it empties your wallet. Welcome to Auto V Fix, the place where we turn car mysteries into answers you can actually use. Let's get right into it. First up, the ambient air temperature sensor. Think of it as your car's personal weather station. Its job is to measure the temperature of the air outside and send that to the ECU. Why? Because air density changes with temperature, and your car needs to know that to get the fuel mix right. Cold air is denser, meaning more oxygen per gulp, so the ECU adds more fuel. Hot air is less dense, so it adds less. But if the sensor gets damaged or starts reading wrong, say it tells the ECU it's 20 degrees when it's actually 70, the engine stays in cold start mode longer than necessary. That means extra fuel dumped in even when you don't need it. You might notice a rich exhaust smell, a higher idle than usual, or just a slow, stubborn drop in MPG. This sensor is often mounted behind the grille or in the bumper, which means it's exposed to road debris, water, and corrosion. Sometimes the fix is cleaning the connector. Other times it's a quick swap for a new one. Either way, ignoring it can cost you hundreds in wasted fuel over a year. Next is the oxygen sensor, or O2 sensor, sitting in your exhaust pipe. It's basically your engine's fuel economy referee. It measures how much oxygen is in the exhaust gases and tells the ECU if the mixture is too rich or too lean. The ECU then adjusts the fuel injectors accordingly. And it does this multiple times per second. But here's the problem. Oxygen sensors can get coated with carbon, contaminated by oil or coolant leaks, or just wear out from heat cycling. A lazy or inaccurate sensor can cause the ECU to default to a rich setting, just to be safe, which burns more fuel than necessary. On some cars, a bad O2 sensor can hurt fuel economy by 10 to 15% almost overnight. You might smell unburned fuel, notice a check engine light with codes like P0130 or P0420, or feel sluggish acceleration. Replacing them isn't cheap if your car has 4, but it's still far less than what you'll spend in extra fuel over time. Third, the mass airflow sensor, or MAF sensor. Picture it as the accountant at the front door of your engine, measuring every bit of air that comes in. The ECU uses that info to calculate how much fuel to inject for optimal combustion. If dirt, oil, or even a little dust gets on its sensing wire, it can misread airflow. A low reading means the ECU thinks there's less air than there really is, so it adds less fuel, leading to lean running and potential engine knock. A high reading means it thinks there's more air, so it adds too much fuel, killing your mileage. You might notice hesitation when accelerating, poor throttle response, or just a gradual MPG drop. Cleaning the MAF is a simple DIY job with the right spray, but be gentle. Those wires are delicate. If cleaning doesn't fix it, replacement is the only cure. Number 4, the throttle position sensor. This sensor tells the ECU how far open the throttle plate is, essentially how much gas you're asking for with your foot. If it's faulty, the ECU might think you're accelerating harder than you are, dumping in extra fuel. Or it might think you're barely touching the pedal when you're flooring it, which can cause hesitation and gear hunting in automatics. You could experience a jumpy idle, stalling, or poor shifts. Since throttle position affects both fuel injection and ignition timing, a bad TPS can have a big impact on fuel use without always triggering a warning light right away. Fifth, the vehicle speed sensor. It's not just for your speedometer. The ECU uses this data to control transmission shifts, manage fuel cutoff during coasting, and even coordinate with stability control systems. If it fails or sends erratic readings, your transmission might hold lower gears too long, keeping the RPMs high and burning more fuel. Cruise control can also behave erratically, causing little surges that you feel as bumps in acceleration. Every surge means wasted gas. This sensor is often exposed to dirt and moisture, especially if it's mounted near the transmission output or wheel hubs, so it can fail just from the elements. Number 6 is the Intake Air Temperature Sensor, or IAT. Unlike the Ambient Air Temp Sensor, this one measures the temperature of the air actually entering the engine, right before combustion. The ECU uses it to fine-tune fuel delivery and ignition timing. If it reads cooler than reality, the ECU enriches the mix unnecessarily. If it reads hotter, it might pull timing and make the engine feel sluggish. Either way, your fuel economy suffers. This sensor can be standalone or built into the MAF, so sometimes replacing one means replacing both. 7th is the Fuel Pressure Sensor. This one monitors the pressure in the fuel rail. Too high and you're spraying in more fuel than needed. Too low and you get lean running and misfires. A failing sensor can trick the ECU into running the pump harder, which wastes fuel and stresses the pump. Common symptoms include long cranks before starting, poor throttle response, and lower MPG without obvious leaks. This is one to fix quickly. Low fuel pressure can overheat the pump, while high pressure can wash down cylinder walls with fuel. 8th, the Manifold Absolute Pressure Sensor, the MAF sensor. It reads the pressure in the intake manifold to help the ECU calculate engine load. On cars without a MAF, it's the primary way the ECU estimates airflow. If it's off, everything from fuel injection to ignition timing can go sideways. You might get black smoke from the exhaust, poor acceleration, and lousy MPG. MAF sensors can be killed by carbon buildup in their port or by vacuum leaks in the hoses connected to them. And 9th, the EGR temperature sensor. This one lives in the exhaust gas recirculation system, which routes some exhaust back into the intake to lower combustion temperatures and reduce emissions. The EGR temperature sensor tells the ECU whether the EGR system is actually working. If it fails, the ECU might keep the EGR valve open or closed at the wrong times. An EGR stuck open can let in too much exhaust, making the engine run rough and inefficient. Stuck closed, combustion temps rise, and the ECU may compensate with extra fuel to avoid knock. Both scenarios hurt fuel economy. This sensor is often exposed to extreme heat and soot, which can eventually coat it and make it read incorrectly. Cleaning can sometimes restore accuracy, but often replacement is the best fix. Here's the takeaway. Any one of these sensors can quietly drain your fuel economy without leaving obvious clues at first. That's why it's worth paying attention to subtle changes. A drop of even 2 to 3 mpg adds up fast. Over a year, that's hundreds of dollars gone. The good news? Many of these sensors are relatively cheap and quick to replace. The even better news? A $30 OBD2 scanner can read live data from most of them, letting you spot problems before they get expensive. So keep an eye on your mileage. If something feels off, check for stored codes even if the check engine light isn't on. Some issues only set pending codes that don't light the dash. And if you don't want to get your hands dirty, a good mechanic can run these checks in under an hour. Don't let a $50 sensor turn into a $500 fuel bill. If you found this helpful, share it with someone whose MPG has mysteriously dropped. You might save them more money than a free tank of gas. And remember, here at AutoVFix, we're all about helping you understand your car before it becomes an expensive surprise. Stay sharp, pay attention to the little changes, and I'll see you in the next one.